going on, guys? Blazing Tech, and in today's video we're going to be timing myself to see how long it takes for an amateur to go ahead and deploy my Tepui Ayer 2 rooftop tent. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and time myself super scientific here with my Casio. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. And I'm going to kind of talk you through what I'm doing. I added this bungee cord just to keep these guys from flapping around. What you're going to do is you're going to undo this Velcro tab right here. There's one and there's two. I think there might be some other on the other side. Let me go ahead and check. This might be maybe the 8th or the 9th time that I'm deploying my tent. No, those are the two only Velcro on the cover itself. So next what we're going to do is go ahead and take this Velcro off. Take this Velcro off and kind of throw those guys over there. And I told myself in this video for the deploying of the tent, I wasn't really going to rush. Because, yeah, I mean, when you're camping, when you're adventuring, you don't really want to be in a rush. You kind of want to enjoy everything. So that's what I'm going to try and do my best here. So the next thing we're going to do is there's a zipper under here that goes ahead and zips up the tent cover. So I'm going to do that. I've always been a little vertically challenged, so you're going to see me climbing around my frontier to kind of get this deployed. Let me get a little dirty. See if I can reach the zipper here. Here we go. Perfect. I mean, I must say the quality of this Ayer 2 is just really high. Obviously the price tag is high too, so I kind of expect the quality to be really high. And it has not disappointed thus far. I've only truly taken it on one trip, but it was a multi-night trip. And yeah, the Ayer did really well. It was a little windy the second night, and everything worked out. So basically now, the cover itself is ready to come off. So let's check the time. We're about at 2 minutes. Okay, not too bad. And now think about it, if you had another person, obviously this would be much quicker. Okay, so the cover is going to come down here like so. So right here on top, I wonder if you guys can see, but there's a Velcro basically the ladder itself is right here. I just undid one Velcro. I had a t-shirt here to kind of protect the bottom of the tent itself. You've got a couple more Velcro D-rings right here that you need to undo. There's one there, and I think there's one over here. Perfect. And I think there's another one on this side. Yeah, I like this setup because, yeah, I can climb all over my truck and everything, and it works out well. So I think it's ready to go. This is the kind of the hard part if you're by yourself. So what you're gonna do is get the telescoping ladder and kind of pull it out like so. And then you get it, you pull it, and then just, whoops, kind of pull. Now I've always had some help, so what I would usually do is pull from the top, but obviously it's just me now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, you gotta watch your fingers there, and boom, the tent is deployed. Lock that ladder in place. Yeah, ladder's locked. I kind of like to come around and make sure that the actual material of the tent is covering the edges. As you guys can see here, it's not entirely straight, so I'm gonna have to adjust the tent. But for all intents and purposes, I'd say it's deployed. See if you guys can see. Oh, that wasn't really a great shot. Let me go ahead and reverse. I should have checked the angle of the shot. But yeah, okay. We're sitting right at about 4.5 minutes. The tent is a little kind of like this right now, so we need to definitely adjust that. I think let's see. Still not quite straight. Let's check it now. Pretty good, I'd say. And then with the cover, obviously, I'm going to end up putting it back right now. I'm going to put the tent away, so I'm not going to fold up the cover. But the cover pretty nicely goes ahead and you kind of roll it up like a tortilla, and then there's some D-rings in there. But yeah, I'd say for all intents and purposes, the tent is deployed. And again, this might be my 7th or 8th time that I'm deploying the tent. Obviously, we can open up a lot of the windows and stuff, and probably gonna do that, but I guess for a basic setup, it took me about 6 minutes, okay? It took me about 6 minutes to get the tent deployed and ready to go by myself. And again, this might be my 8th time deploying the tent, so it's not too hard. Obviously, you need to know what to look out for and such, but if you're thinking about getting a Tepui, a Tepui Thule Ayer 2 tent, it took me about 6 minutes to do, and again, I haven't deployed this thing more than 7 or 8 times. Well, I figured since I showed you deploying the tent, I might as well show you putting it back. Now, obviously, I'm going to try and get this as, you know, realistic as possible. I opened up the back door, the two kind of side doors, I guess you could say. I opened those up because I just wanted to vent the tent out today, which is why I wanted to make the video as well. So the tricks that I've learned when you want to go ahead and put the tent back, you want to make sure that none of it is, like, I guess you could say pinched, because when you fold it, you could go ahead and tear some of the fabric. So that's something that's going to prolong the life of your tent. So kind of go around it, make sure that it is properly, I guess you can say, folded over on the edges. And what you don't want to see is, you don't want to see crap like this, you know, above like that. Or, you know, what's really crucial is the joint point, you know, where it kind of books open. So like this point right here, you want to make sure that all that is massaged and smooth, obviously. Now, you get a little bag of stakes, and I recommend you putting that bag underneath the side that does not fold on the Ayer 2, because when you fold it and then when you go ahead and deploy it next time, that bag is going to come flying at you. And I learned that the hard way. So yeah, I mean, I just aired out the tent. It did rain here in beautiful Bakersfield, California, and I was driving my Frontier around with the tent, and the rain cover did a great job, and there's no moisture in here. It's nice and dry, no odor, which is why I opened it in the first place. So yeah, I guess from this point, you're ready to kind of just fold it back and just push it with the ladder. Honestly, this is something that you're definitely going to need a second person to do swiftly. So I've kind of omitted the time that it took. It took me about 12-13 minutes to get it folded up properly and everything. And the big issue is that, kind of like, I'm going to describe it like a sandwich. Some of the, you know, contents kind of spills out on the sides when you fold it. So it kind of helps if you have somebody that's kind of stuffing the tent inside of the, I guess you could say, the clamshell itself. Yeah, and I'm going to cut this bit of the video short, and I sped it up, but you see me there kind of stuffing the tent inside, and then, you know, getting the ladder ready, and then just zipping up the cover is a little bit difficult because the zipper is pretty sturdy, so obviously you want to make sure that that's put on there properly. And then kind of the corners, I guess you can say, are a little bit more difficult to zip up, but you definitely want to work it and make sure that you don't mess up the zipper there, because that cover really protects the rooftop tent from obviously the elements when you're not using it, and you don't want anything to really get inside of the rooftop tent when you're not using it, of course. So yeah, definitely you need to pack your patience when you're packing up your rooftop tent, especially your Thule Tepui Ayer 2. But I hope this video helped you guys kind of see the realistic deployment, and then obviously putting the tent away. And yeah, I hope it helped. If you have any questions, be sure to comment down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.